What's up, good Vipo? Let me know that you can hear me in the chat by typing Rusty. Rusty in the chat if you can hear me, because that's what I am. I am back, but I am rusty and didn't realize it until I started trying to put a show together and I couldn't remember how to do a ton of stuff. But we are here. We are back. We are live and in full color. Let me well, please hit that like button. I'm rusty with my intro too. Hit that like button below if you have not as of yet. And please share this video. Thank you to the 100% of you who have said that you have liked this video thus far. It is greatly appreciated. It is free to you, but it is invaluable to me and the growth of this platform. Also, thank you to my moderators and my channel members and my executive Patreon members who continue to hold me down, even during long breaks that aren't as long on Patreon because we've been hanging out all week over there and in between. But tonight, we are live on the YouTube side, and I'm very happy to be back with the entire Vipo or Fellowship. So tonight, just have some hot topics for you, some interesting human interest stories, some trending stuff out there. We have a couple stories about disgruntled employees, a little bit of a tales of caution for some of us who are in leadership in the work environment, and those of you in general with coworkers. Watch out, these people crazy. So we have two stories related to that, disgruntled employees. One, unfortunately, ended in tragedy with the taking of a life. The other was just a very traumatic experience for those involved. Then we have an unfortunate situation of a 7-year-old child who was snatched up and taken as ransom because his mother was a alleged known kingpin in the neighborhood, and some teenagers decided that they wanted um, to take what she had, and since they couldn't get to her, they got to her son, 7-year-old son at that. And then we have the viral story, if you haven't heard it, of a CEO that was caught red-handed with his hands on something it shouldn't have been on as a married man. And so we will talk about that as well and the normal level of shenanigans. So we're going to start first with our first story. Poll question we are putting out here is, have you had an employer who's ever been late with your paycheck, or they weren't late with it, but it didn't clear, it bounced? Have you ever been in that situation? That's the poll question that's going out. Let me know. So this particular young lady, this is a story out of West Chicago, about 40 miles from downtown Chicago. And this 23-year-old named Imani Nicholson walked into her job at Evans and Sons Blacktop. So this is clearly like a construction company. I guess they do maybe asphalt, the driveways, the streets, the parking lots, etc. And she was upset, and she said that she hadn't been paid. So allegedly, many paychecks were missed, or this was some type of dispute. But instead of walking away when she was asked to leave, she pulled out a Glock and she hit the go live button on Facebook to incriminate herself further. So she went live on Facebook pointing a pow pow with no safety switch on it directly at the business owners, who was a man and a pregnant woman. She reportedly pointed it at the woman's face and threatened to pow pow the man. One of the victims managed to escape and call the police while Nicholson was still inside yelling and live streaming her crime. These young folks, how much they say she was 23? They look in the head. They just, what's going on with these people? So the police get there and they hear some screaming inside of the building. They moved in, and thankfully, Imani puts the guns down and surrenders. So no one was piled. But of course, this could have been much, much, much worse. The firearm, though, was fully loaded, and it was a Glock 43, and yeah, with no safety on it. Um, Poll question, I'm closing out. Have you had an employer who was late with your check, or has it bounced? Or places you worked at? Hopefully not where you're currently working at. Hopefully you got out of there. 40% of you say yes. That's almost half of us who have had that experience. I've had it. I've had the experience with the check not clearing, having to hold it. Yeah, I've had that experience. So um, pray for our deliverance. It gets better. Next poll question that's going out, though, is should she be released on bail during her while she waits for her hearing? What do you think? So she's now been charged with 2 counts of intimidation, 2 counts of misdemeanor aggravated assault, and disorderly conduct. The prosecutors asked for her to be held, and the judge agreed. No pretrial release was given, and her next court appearance is on August the 4th. So, yeah, this is, I mean, you wonder with this, like, was she taken to the brink of her, like, of no return, and snapped out of frustration? Was it premeditated? Was she like, if they don't have my check by Friday, I'm coming up in here and I'm coming with my Glock and I'm like, she don't even look like the type, to be honest, but I don't, crazy coming all types. But I mean, who knows? Maybe she, needed this money, or her car gonna get repossessed, or she gonna be homeless, or she got kids to feed, or you never know what will take a person to that level. But people also have to understand that a situation like this makes the situation worse, because technically it's a civil matter that she could have took them to court for, but now she's gonna be facing prison time, and probably gonna get some time. So. Well, at least she gets 3 cots and a hot? No, I'm sorry, 3 meals and a cot. What is it? 3 hots and a cot. Yeah, 3 hots and a cot. At least she get 3 hots and a cot. She ain't got to worry about no paycheck no more. I mean, the prison system, they pay them a penny a day or something, 5 cents a day, something crazy. So okay, let me check out a couple comments. Then we're gonna move on. Let me put these glasses on. Quit acting like I can see without them. Let's see. Oh, I forgot the comments over here. Bear with me, y'all. I'm rusty. Says, I understand, but stop playing with people's lives. Yeah, I agree with that, Ladia, for sure. Uh-oh. Jumped on me. No, she's crazy. Stay in time, out, and think about it. But yeah. Hey, Miss FedEx. Not me personally, but it's happened to close family members. I cashed his check under under your Chase account, and it bounced. Thankfully, my bank reimbursed the money back to my account. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. I remember them days when people used to be like, cash this for me and give me this. I don't play them games no more. You better not even, I don't even got nobody who even think to ask me nothing like that, because it ain't happening. You better find you a currency exchange or a payday loan or something. I'll be playing with my finances and my credit. But yeah, so poll question, we're closing out. Should she have been denied the pretrial release? 65% of you say, actually, no. I don't know, y'all, though. Like, my concern would be, was it this situation that just made her snap? And other than that, she's fine. She won't harm a fly. Or is she a little loose and a snap at a moment? Just notice, if the wind blow the wrong way and we putting her back out on the streets, and then something else piss her off, and that time somebody do, get unalive. So that's my concern. I need to know more about her and her past and that kind of thing. Because I could see this sending somebody off depending on, and the story saying allegedly there were many checks that were late and unpaid and they owe her money. So I can see, depending on the situation, how she could maybe snap. But I ain't too quick to say put her back out on the streets either. Poll question we're putting out. We're moving on to the next story. Unfortunately, story. Have you heard about the story of the McDonald's manager who was fatally stabbed by a coworker? This young lady. Oh, let me change the photos. Hold on, y'all. Getting used to the system. I've been gone so long. StreamYard didn't update the whole system. It operates totally different. I'm like, oops, how do I do this now? I don't even know how to move my stuff. Thankfully, they got it where you can see the thumbnails a little better because I don't even know how to organize them no more. You can't drag stuff in place no more. I don't know what's happening. But anyway, we have a 39-year-old mother of 6 who lost her life in a place where she should have been safe, which is work. And this heartbreaking story comes out of East Point, Michigan, where a McDonald's manager was fatally stabbed by a coworker after being asked to leave her shift early. See, these people, they be just ready to snap. Probably was about money. You sending me home, I need my money. Probably sending you home because you got a bad attitude. Or you went on the schedule, whatever. So it started as a workplace dispute on July 11th around morning hours. 26-year-old Afina Badu Muhammad, show you her pictures look scary. Quite scary. I ain't do no deep dive on this, but she has a TikTok and there's like various videos I saw of her with the video. I didn't watch any of them, but I saw it as I was researching. So it looked like she looked cuckoo. But anyway, she got in an argument with her manager, 39-year-old Jennifer Harris. Harris reportedly told Muhammad to go home early from her shift. That should have been the end of it, of course, you would think, right? But prosecutors say Muhammad came back in a mask and entered through the employee door. While inside, she allegedly stabbed Harris multiple times while making, and what makes this story even more tragic is that it happened right in front of customers who were at McDonald's at the time. So one brave customer had a response. One customer was sitting in the drive-thru when they saw the attack happening through the window, and they legally had a conceal and carry firearm and actually fired their weapon through the drive-thru window in an attempt to stop Muhammad from continuing to stab her manager. After that, Muhammad fled, and the customer followed her and held her at gunpoint until the police arrived. And then no one else was injured, but sadly, Jennifer Harris, unfortunately, did not make it. I forgot to pull videos in. I knew I was forgetting something. I just didn't want to keep y'all waiting no longer. Hold on, y'all. Let's do this right. Now I got to think of where everything is. Hold on. Here we go. Oh, wow. I know I did this video. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Today, people in the East Point community gathered outside a McDonald's to remember the woman who was stabbed and killed there last week. Thanks for joining us at 11. I'm Shayna Humphreys.
And I'm Terrence Friday. Hundreds of people, including the victim's family, came together to honor the life of Jennifer Harris. CBS News Detroit's Heath Kalb joins us now from the McDonald's, where the family held a balloon release earlier this afternoon. Heath?
Yeah, Shayna, Terrence, it was this East Point McDonald's on 9 Mile Road where 39-year-old Jennifer Harris, police say, was stabbed to death last Thursday morning around 8 a.m. And earlier today, hundreds of people coming here to give emotional and touching tributes by so many who Harris had touched, including her 6 children.
Thank you for the life of Jennifer Harris. And we tell you to fly high in Jesus' name.
Hundreds of people gathered outside of this East Point McDonald's Monday afternoon to remember 39-year-old Jennifer Harris, who was allegedly stabbed to death while on the job at the McDonald's as a manager of the restaurant by a disgruntled employee.
It hurts so bad that my mama not here.
Harris had 6 children, each of them now heartbroken that their mother is no longer with them.
I just gotta be strong and just think this is what my mama would want me to do. This is what my mama would want me to do. My mama would want me to be here with my siblings.
The family's pastor, along with the franchise owner of the McDonald's, also spoke, reassuring the family and the community that Jennifer's 6 children will now be taken care of.
We have established the official Jennifer Harris Legacy Fund, which will serve as a trust dedicated exclusively to support her children. From basic life expenses for housing, food and transportation to their education.
So that's the story. What I thought was a nice gesture is that the owner of that McDonald's, they've set up a fund for the children, a trust for the children, so they will be taken care of with school and their basic necessities. So that's a blessing in this tragedy. But yeah, unfortunately, this one here took the life of a mother of 6. So sad. So she was arrested and arraigned the next day. She was charged with first-degree premeditated M and carrying a dangerous weapon with unlawful intent. The M charges carry a mandatory life sentence without parole if she's convicted. She's currently being held on a $25 million bond. That's great. Her probable cause hearing is set for July 23rd, so it's next week, with a preliminary examination on July 30th. And Jennifer, where her picture? Here we go. Jennifer worked at the McDonald's for 15 years. So she was a career. She had made a career of it. She was the mother of 6 and was described as a hardworking, dedicated woman who just wanted the best for her children. Hundreds gathered at the same McDonald's for the balloon release that we saw. And a GoFundMe has been launched by the Divine Restoration Ministries, and the McDonald's franchise owner created the Legacy Trust for her children to help cover anything from housing to education as they grow up without their mom. That's so sad. So yeah, this story is devastating on many levels. I don't know. I don't even know. What do we do? I mean, how do you prevent things like this? I saw a comment. I saw a couple of y'all saying this was actually close to you. And Miss AMJ said the McDonald's employees has known mental health issues. They also just found her roommate's. What? Whoa, you just caught me off guard with this. What? McDonald's employee has known mental health issues. They also just found her roommate's body, I believe, today, which is also strange. So did she take the life of her roommate too? Oh, this is what happens when I gotta rush through a story to get live. I missed stuff. Wow. Okay, so we might be talking about this again. Wow. That's crazy. Now I'm curious. The owner knew she was dangerous, so he might get sued. Really interesting. Wow, he said our community is devastated. Right, I got to research too. I'm like, I'm a little stunned. I'm like, oh God, wow. I can't stop and research now during the show, but I'm like, oh my God, I want to know more. This is crazy. I was not expecting that. Then we have, let's close out this poll. So did you hear about this unfortunate story? 76% of you had. I had actually heard about it even before I knew we would be going live this week. So yeah, it was everywhere because I've been totally disconnected from social media for the most part. So I've been missing a ton of stuff. But this one definitely caught my attention. Next poll question we got going out for our next story is, did you hear, hit the wrong thing. Have you heard this, about the 7-year-old from Milwaukee who was kidnapped for ransom? This young little man here, he was kidnapped at gunpoint, and his father was caught on surveillance footage running into the house while his 7-year-old son was snatched up and taken. And this story is out of Milwaukee, and it's become very controversial because of how his father handled the situation. So Jamal White, who is pictured here, the little boy right here, and there's questions surrounding his father's response and a disturbing plan behind the crime. And this happened just before 7 p.m. on July 11th, where little Jamal White was riding his bike near his home on 61st and Hustis. His dad was driving slowly behind him in a car. Then a white Jeep Renegade pulls up and blocks the driveway. The two masked individuals jump out. One runs after the dad, who runs into the house, and the other grabs Jamal, scoops him up, and throws him into the Jeep. The surveillance footage is chilling. Moments later, Jamal's family runs out of the house screaming, but it's too late. The Jeep speeds off, and the father is seen slamming his hands on the trunk of his car, saying, "No, no." Well, yeah, you ran. That's what happens. So then, let me play the video for you. I ain't putting no videos in. Hold on, y'all. So here's the actual video footage. It's grainy as heck, but this is the video footage of the incident. It's muted too. There's no sound. But you see little Jamal dart away, and guy chase after him. Little Jamal has some speed. So you see him scoop him. Well, did he run after him? And that's the father running in where they got the circle, running in the house. So that was the incident. So after they snatched up little Jamal, took off, an Amber Alert, the family, I don't know. Well, the family got some stuff. We're going to talk about that in a second. But the Amber Alert for little Jamal wasn't issued until 5 hours later, around midnight. So my child gets scooped up at 7 p.m. and I don't go to the authorities and get that Amber Alert out there till midnight? That's because of some shady stuff going on. They said by then Jamal was long gone. Thankfully, nearly 24 hours after the abduction, he was found safe at a home 7 miles away. The police tracked him using tips and phone records. He's currently in the care of Child Protective Services, where he belongs, while the investigators figure out what happened and who's responsible. So the story gets a little deeper. So the police arrested 25-year-old Corey Gabriel Williams. He said that a 14-year-old came to him with a plan to rob Jamal's mother. A 25-year-old let a 14-year-old influence him to commit a crime. What kind of world are we in? Says the plan was to rob Jamal's mother, who is allegedly a well-known drug dealer. The crew couldn't find her, so they decided to grab the dad instead. But when the dad ran inside, they snatched Jamal. After kidnapping Jamal, they demanded $100,000 ransom, and Jamal overheard his mom on the phone saying she was coming to get him, but she never showed up. He told the police, little Jamal, told the police that he started crying when he realized his mama wasn't coming. This little boy gonna be traumatized. I mean, not only was he kidnapped, but then his parents didn't show up for him. The hell? We have another video. This video talks about the aftermath of it all.
First at 10, kidnapping was not their original plan. Court documents giving us a first look inside the minds of a group that snatched up a 7-year-old boy. Jamal White's abduction triggered an Amber Alert and a citywide search. Mike Biermeister joins us now with new details that suggest the kidnapper's motive was money. Mike?
Yeah, that's right, Steve. According to court documents and search warrants we've obtained, 25-year-old Corey Williams told investigators it was a 14-year-old that orchestrated the plan to rob Jamal White's mother, who he said is a well-known drug dealer. However, those plans changed shortly after. Ring doorbell video obtained by TMJ4 last weekend shows 7-year-old Jamal White bike past just moments before he was abducted at gunpoint Friday. Saturday evening, White was found safe in a bedroom in this home near 39th and Lloyd. Court documents now unveil the motive behind his kidnapping. 25-year-old Corey Williams told investigators he was contacted 2 weeks prior by a 14-year-old with a plan to rob Jamal White's mother. Williams said she was a well-known drug dealer. According to the criminal complaint, Williams drove his girlfriend's white Jeep to the boy's mother's house first, but after they didn't see her, they changed their plans and decided to rob the boy's father instead. Watch as the white Jeep turns around. White's screaming can be heard shortly after. Court records show when they pulled up to his house, the boy's father ran inside, so they kidnapped the boy at gunpoint. Later that night, investigators said the suspects called the boy's mother demanding $100,000 in cash and jewelry and to meet at a nearby park, but she never showed up. The criminal complaint states that once the three became aware of the Amber Alert, they left the boy at Williams's house. A search warrant shows that the 14-year-old was also arrested in this case and that a black handgun was found inside the home where he was arrested. I went to try and speak with their parents there, but no one answered.
All right, Mike, what about Jamal's mom here, this supposed drug kingpin? Was she cooperative in this investigation?
Well, Steve, according to the search warrant we obtained, investigators say she was not and told detectives she had no information on her son's whereabouts. She stopped communicating with them, which they say impeded the police investigation. As for Corey Williams, if convicted on all counts, he's facing over 120 years in prison.
All right, Mike Beermeister.
Craziness, crazy. And then the mom is like, I guess she's so busy trying to protect herself from any potential criminal investigations that she's just like, whatever with my son, I'll sacrifice him over me. Crazy. Po Jamal. Po Jamal. Po Jamal. So, let me close out this poll question. Did you hear about this story? 75% of you had heard about this story. Question is, should the father have protected his son instead of running up in that house? I'm a little torn on it in the sense of if he thought they was trying to shoot him, he ain't gonna be no good to his son if he did. So it's kind of like if he ain't got no way to protect himself and he trying to fight for his son, he gonna get shot, possibly killed, and the son might get killed too. So I don't know. I'm a little torn in that moment. It's fight or flight. And if you can't protect yourself from a gun, I don't know. I'm a little torn. But anyway, the father spoke out. And he said, because he's come under fire online, many people saying that he abandoned his child by running. But he spoke out on Facebook saying, hell yeah, I ran. I thought they were trying to rob me, not take my baby. My baby's alive. I did the right thing. So some folks understand the panic and the confusion in the moment. Others say you never leave your child, period. What side y'all on? You never leave your child, period, or you understand the panic and the confusion of the moment? I'm leaning towards I kind of understand the confusion or the panic and the confusion in the moment, especially with people with a gun hopping out on you. And in the moment, you're probably forgetting your child out there with you. I don't know. I don't know. So he was basically used as leverage, little Jamal, and left behind. Not once, but twice. You know, first by his dad running away, and then by his mom, who never came to pick him up. So it's honestly heartbreaking. And he is in the custody of Child Protective Services while they figure out what's the safest long-term plan for him. And I think that's, in this moment, definitely what's best. Because there's some shady stuff going on. Question, closing out. Should the father have protected his son instead of running? 100% of y'all said yeah. Take that bullet. Hope it don't take your life. So the kidnappers, if they are convicted, could face up to 120 years. And this is just insane because they not that. You got a 24-year-old and a 14-year-old. It's absolutely, absolutely insane. I saw some questions. I think I did. Right. It was awful to hear little Jamal screaming for his dad. Says, if F them kids was a person, I swear daddy ain't ish. Poor little Jamal, his parents are failing him. Yeah, he's going to be in therapy. Hopefully, he ends up in therapy and not in our criminal system because nobody ever gave him therapy to help process the trauma. And then next thing you know, he kidnapping somebody in 10 years. Right, too much chaos going on. Poor baby, right. Right, he didn't think they would take his son. That's my thought, too. Like, so I'm giving some grace just because of the confusion of it all. So I hear his side, but I understand y'all too who's saying, no matter what, you protect your child. Fight or flight. Y'all saying never leave your child. Never leave your child. 100. Right. Belle, you don't have kids. Who is Belle? A real dad is not going to leave his kids. You never abandon your child. Yeah, I hear y'all. I could maybe see if you were running in the house to get your weapon. Well, they didn't say if he did or did not, because maybe he did come out with his weapon hoping to catch them. And then they was gone, and that's why he was banging on the trunk of his car. They never said whether or not he came out with a weapon. He may have. All right. Yeah, that's that story. Well, it's a lot going on out here. Then we moving on. So I decided, because this was a story I was going to do a few weeks ago, but I never went live. Next poll question going out for our next story. Did you hear about because we're talking about you never leave your child, right? Never leave your child. Did you hear the story about the dad who jumped into the ocean to save his daughter on a Disney cruise? We're looking at one father. Looking at one father who, Jamal's daddy, who was like, me first. And you got another dad who was like, I will lose my life before I let my child go. So according to reports, there's some updates on this story where the police are giving like the full backstory of it. According to reports, the mother witnessed this incident and alerted the husband that the daughter had climbed up on the railing by herself and fallen through a porthole into the ocean, according to the sheriff's office. The police said that after the man was notified by his wife, he immediately jumped off of deck 4 about 20 feet above the water and swam to his daughter. He then held her and tread water for about 20 minutes until rescue boats arrived. The new report comes as the Disney fans were starting to say that the man should not have been commended for his actions, and they were falsely claiming that he put his daughter on the ledge himself, and that's how she fell over. I had been hearing that part too. I wasn't following the story real close, but I was hearing little bits and pieces where, y'all know, people love to have somebody on a pedestal and push it. Push them over. So here's a video. We're gonna mute it though, because they got some crappy music playing. But okay, so this is the video of the actual rescue. The father at this point, the daughter had fell in the water. The mama had told the daddy. The daddy's like, by any means necessary, he jumps from the deck 4, 20 feet below, swims to his baby, holds her, and treads water for 20 minutes until they're able to send out the rescue boat from the cruise ship. And this is the video of people on their balconies recording the rescue happening, and then them coming in. So that's them out in the water, in the ocean, the dad and the daughter. You could barely see them, just like a little dot. And they go out there, and I'm gonna fast forward a little bit because this video like 3 minutes long. We ain't gotta do all that. And then they blurred out so you wouldn't see the baby. I forgot how I didn't do a deep dive on this video. I forgot how old the girl was. But So the father basically was vindicated because people had started doing videos showing exactly how the little girl fell. Now I'm questioning what the mama was doing for her daughter to be standing on railing and stuff. Where you at? What you doing? And that's them. Fast forward a little bit. That's them being hoisted back up to the cruise ship. And then someone did a video that showed exactly how this could happen on a Disney cruise line.
I don't think that people realize there are these portholes on either side of the back of the ship. And if you look, there are ledges that a child could possibly climb up on and go over. These are open air. That's my 5-year-old right next to it. You can see that if he wanted to, he could go over. This was our 18th Disney cruise, and we'll continue to cruise with.
So yeah, that's how. Now that's a public space, so it's not, because what I had heard in one of the versions of the story is that she fell through a porthole, like, you know, some of the ocean view rooms just have that porthole circle window. And from what I was reading or seeing at the time, was they were insinuating that she was leaning in her rooms, leaning against that, and the glass fell out and she fell in the ocean. But if it's what this lady's pointing out in that video, mama, y'all in a public space. Why is your baby riding the rail right outside of the where she could fall over? And they always say, don't hang over, don't be too close, because a good gust of wind can blow you over, all that kind of stuff. I've been on many cruises. I don't even play like that. And I definitely wouldn't let my child be doing all that. Definitely would not. Get yours. I don't know what you doing. That's where I come from. What you doing? They wouldn't even do it because they know how I am. They wouldn't even try to do it. Daddy Vale don't play that. You damn right. Get your ass down. Anyway, says, I was just about to ask what the hell was the mama doing during this time. This was before hearing that his daughter was standing on the railing. Pure foolery. I mean, absolutely. And all of us have been witness to being in public spaces, and we see kids just doing too much. They doing the most, and the parents ain't doing nan bit of minding them or rearing them. And these are the sort of things that happen eventually. So, but thankfully, you know, everyone was safe and saved, and hopefully some better parenting skills were learned from that. So yeah, 81% of you had heard of this story, even more than the other story. It was not only viral, but it was out for a couple weeks. Like, again, I wasn't even paying attention to social media, and even I heard of it. Chocolate Drop says, kids shouldn't even be allowed on cruises, in my opinion. Well, I feel like a Disney cruise is fine. I don't want them on my adult cruise, no. They're a nuisance. All up in the buffet, snotting and touching food. Get out of here. No. But other than that, I mean, a cruise ship is a floating hotel, basically. So I'm okay with it. They just shouldn't be on the edges. They shouldn't be around the railing and stuff. Stay in the interior area. Stay in your kiddie pool and your arcade area and your little toy rooms and stuff, and your regular cabins. Stay in them areas. But don't be all up on the edges and on the Lido deck hanging off the rails. But yes. Last story for the evening. Have you seen this viral video of the cheating CEO caught red-handed at a concert? It's this viral too, so most of y'all probably heard about this by now. So basically, this couple, it went down on July 16th at the Gillette Stadium with over 50,000 people at the watching Coldplay, the singing group. The Kiss Cam started doing this thing, showing couples and people vibing, when suddenly we see this man and this woman in a cozy embrace, and that is until the camera hits them. And they panic and jump apart. and dodge out of the frame like they're dodging subpoenas. They're going to be dodging them soon. The Coldplay frontman, Chris Martin, goes and then says, either they are having an affair or they are just very shy. It turns out he was right on spot. So here's a little clip from the actual video. Wait, which one is it? Why I got to? Oh, here's it.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure. Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure. Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
So there is so much happening in that video. The man in the video is named Andy Byron. He is the CEO of a software company, Astronomer. And the woman is Christy Cabot, the chief people officer, and she's in charge of the workplace culture. So they work together. And Andy is very much so married. His wife, Megan, has since gone ghost. Oh, my computer is, it's going to be time to get off because my computer is saying the memory is, okay, we get rid of that program and hopefully it'll help. We got to spend some time getting this cleared up. But yes, he is very married, and his wife, Megan, has since gone ghost and deactivated all of her social media because you know everybody in there. Girl, did you know your man? We saw your man doing this. Oh my God, it's so disgusting. And neither Andy nor Christy have said a word since the video went viral, but Twitter threads and Reddit sure have. For me personally, there is so much happening in this video.
Yeah.
It's him ducking out for me. It's the ducking out. It's the obvious ducking out for me. You know you up to no good if you ducking out. Uh-oh, they saw me. And then it's the friend that's next to them who I'm like, clearly, I don't know if this is her friend, because I feel like that person knows them. This lady, she'll come in the frame in a minute. Because she's doing this. Because I feel like she know what's up. And she ain't on it. Like, I know this my friend and this boyfriend who married. And then you got the two young dudes who pop up. And they like, yeah, rock on. It's my moment. Look at And then the lead singer of Coldplay, who's also, he's clocking it instantly. Like, either they cheating or they very shy. And we know they ain't nobody that shy. Oh my God, there's so much going on in that. But I was also thinking, I'm like, had they played it cooler, because out of these 50,000 people, most of them people ain't gonna know who the hell he is, especially, or neither one of them. So had they just played it cool and maybe just stop even touching each other, people probably wouldn't have thought as much of it. Versus people like, who is, let me share this. This is crazy. And then they share it on social media and people like, that's so-and-so. He married and he's the CEO of. So anyway, he did put out a statement, of course. Got to put out a statement. I haven't even read this yet. Let's see what he's saying. What BS he's spewing at us. Statement from CEO Andy Byron from New York, New York on July 17th. Oh, that's yesterday. I want to acknowledge the moment that has been circulating online. Oh, dude, it's viral. And the disappointment it's caused. Shame is really shame. What was supposed to be a night of music and joy turned into a deeply personal mistake playing out on a very public stage. I want to sincerely apologize to my wife, my family, and the team at Astronomer. You deserve better from me as a partner, as a father, and as a leader. This is not who I want to be or how I want to represent the company I help build. I'm taking time to reflect, to take accountability, and to figure out the next steps. Divorce. She getting it all. She getting half. Personally and professionally, I ask for privacy as I navigate this process. You didn't keep it in private. You brought it to a concert. You should have kept that in the hotel, the motel rooms. I also want to express how troubling it is that what should have been a private moment became public without my consent. Dude, oh, he's a narcissist. He's a gaslighter. Well, kiss cams are all over the place and have been around in existence for decades. Now he gonna blame them for putting him on camera. Not the fact that what got put on camera should have been happening in the first place. I want to also express how troubling it is that what should have been a private moment of me cheating on my wife became public without my consent. I respect artists and entertainers, but I hope we can, I guess, it's a little like some of it's cut off. Maybe all think more deeply about the impact of turning someone else's life into a spectacle. What? As a friend once sang, lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. Yeah, I ain't like this. The end, he messed up with that. He should have left that whole last paragraph out. Should have left it out. Now you want to blame the kiss cam for your cheating. What? Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And social media has been dragging him, rightfully so. Here's a clip from even Sports Center. Actually, that was another one I forgot to pull in. This how I pull this in? Yeah, that's how I pull it in. Okay.
It's time to kiss it goodbye. Baseball is probably not the only thing you can say that about. Recently,
So yeah, social media has also been getting them together, rightfully so, especially with that apology. Now, like I just said, I just read that. That's my first time seeing that. And that's some BS. That is some straight BS. And they should be invading my privacy when I'm at a concert of 50,000 people. What? What? Oh my God. And people are doing the cozy up. I forgot to pull it in. There was one where they got him hugged up and Donald Trump in front of him, but they got Donald Trump's head on her body. Oh, I love social media. Right. Yes, he says, is he claiming to be the victim? Abso-freaking-lutely. That's what we just read. Abso-freaking-lutely. Right. You're in public. He wanted to be, you want to be private, cheat. Well, if you want to cheat, be private. He has not issued a statement. A fake apology statement circulated online and was later debunked according to Fox News and news.com. Also, well, is this thing on? If Fox News is saying it's fake, I ain't believing it. But news.com is saying that's a fake apology letter. I got it off Twitter. I didn't do a deep dive, but they saying it's a fake letter. Okay. I hope it is. I hope it is. I hope it is, because that was bad. Right. He apologized because he got caught. Right. Well, technically, I guess he ain't apologized at all. He just went silent. And then there was another article I saw, but I didn't get deep in it, where looks like some employees have started coming out about his toxic behaviors. So, okay, Donna's saying there's an article about, where am I at? Okay, there's an article about it. Okay. Yeah, I didn't do deep diving. I was just trying to pull a quick show together for y'all, because I ain't seen y'all in a long time. Over here, at least. On Patreon, different. I did see that clip, didn't know he was cheating. Yep. Cheater, pumpkin eater. The ending is not something he would write. Oh, okay. I mean, you will. I hope so. I hope so. That makes me feel a little better. I miss y'all too, friend. But yes, so I thank y'all. That's all I got. Let me close out this poll. Have you seen this video? 91% of you had actually seen this video of the cheater pumpkin eaters. But yes, that is our show for today. I have missed y'all. Our Patreon executive people have helped me get back to a mental space where I could come live on this side, and I'm very grateful to them for that. And I'll be seeing them tomorrow. We'll be having another VIP Access Unfiltered show. But for the rest of you here on the public side, if you're not on the Patreon side, which you're not required to be, I will see you guys in the very near future. I won't make any promises like I did the last time 3 months ago. Was it 3 months ago where I went live and I'm like, I'm back every week. And then stuff happened in life. And disappeared again. But just know that even when I'm gone, I think about you all constantly, and the goal is to fully return. So we're working it out over here. But with that, thank you to my members here, and thank you to my moderators as well. I see Donna, I see Deshaun. Those are the main people I see. I see Saint Center there, as a channel member, and everyone else. I appreciate your support. And until next time, y'all make sure to take care. And on Patreon, I'll see y'all tomorrow evening. And the rest of y'all, until then, make sure to take care and be blessed. Peace.